With the magic of Bedknobs and Broomsticks arriving at Wolverhampton's Grand Theatre from the 5th through to the 9th of April, it's going to be an absolute treat. That is pretty much a given. Charles Brunton joins me now to tell me more about the show. Hello, sir.
Hello, you right?
I'm good. Are you okay?
Yeah, it's good, thanks. I'm quite excited, so I can't wait to go out and have a look at what's all around the city.
And I suppose because there's a reasonable amount of makeup and the costumes are quite different in this show. You can go incognito, can't you, with Bedknobs and Broomsticks?
Yes, no one actually recognises when I pop out the stage door, which is quite good. I've got a very intensive wig and facial moustache that's stuck to my face every day. So when I leave the theatre, no one recognises me in the streets, which is quite nice.
So Emilius Brown is your role. For those like me who haven't actually seen the film, because it was the wrong time for me. It wasn't on telly when I was the right age, and things weren't available on video when I was a kid. But this takes us back a long way to the cinema version of it, doesn't it?
Oh, yes, absolutely. So the film and the stage version are very different from each other, I have to say. Obviously, we follow and acknowledge what the film has done, which is brilliant, but we very much are a standalone piece. So if you have seen the film before, you won't be disappointed because we acknowledge the things that happened in the film, but we have our own twist on it, and it's very much a stand-aside piece of art, really. And for those who haven't seen the film, you don't need to watch the film before you come to see us because we're very separate. So it's been received very well by audiences from both people that have been fans of the show and people that have never seen the show before, which is wonderful.
So tell us a bit about Emilius.
So Emilius Brown. So I am, as far as the kids and Eglinton are aware, I'm a wizard that has my own witchcraft school in London. Now, the Rawlins children have been evacuated from London to the countryside, where they live with Eglinton Price, who happens to be an apprentice witch. Now, she is trying to use a spell called substitutionary locomotion, which means she can use inanimate objects to go to war and fight instead of using people to go to war. And she needs that spell off me. So she then manages to go and find me, only to discover that I'm a total charlatan. I'm a con artist, and I've been literally selling random messages that I found in an old book somewhere. And so we then go on a big adventure trying to find this final spell to, well, in the film it's to defeat the Nazis, but in our stage version we refer to them as the Looming Shadows, because we very much see the entire story through the children's eyes in the show. So these evacuated children, during the war they did think that these Nazis were looming shadows, so that's why we refer to them as the Looming Shadows throughout the show. And then we go on this amazing adventure trying to find this magical spell. And if I say any more, it will ruin the ending because we've got lots of twists and turns that you don't expect.
We agree with no spoilers. That is the way it should be. But
exactly,
I mean, this is actual magic on stage, though. I mean, you've just said that your character is a little bit of a charlatan, but there is true magic in not only what has sort of been carried over from the movie, but stage magic to tell the rest of the story the way you can on stage.
Oh, absolutely. Well, we've got lots of different styles of magic within the show. We've got the main illusions like the bed flying and then the broom flying as well, which no one can work out how it's done, which is brilliant.
Including you, and you're on stage.
Exactly, including me, and I'm sat on the thing. No, it's absolutely brilliant. And I have to just tell people that it's just magic that makes everything fly. But seriously, it does. When we're on the bed and we're flying around, you look at the people's faces in the audience, and they literally have their jaws hit on the floor because they can't work out how it's done. It's so funny. And just when they think it's something like, oh, we're on strings or whatever, we then fly through an archway. So it baffles people how we actually do this. We also have other tricks in the show that I do. I do lots of street magic, like silks and linking rings and things like that. The type like Paul Daniels type magic, which, oh my goodness, was so difficult to learn in rehearsal. We had a magic tutor come in to teach me all these tricks with these silks and things, and it's so difficult. And then she had a meltdown with the linking rings. That illusion where it's got two metal rings and they link together, then you unlink them, and it looks like they've molded together somehow. It took me about a week to perfect that, and I literally had a meltdown on the floor and cried in rehearsal because I couldn't quite do it. It's so tricky. I really take my hat off to all the magicians out there because I didn't realise how difficult this magic is. We've got lots of other things like turning into rabbits and turning back out from rabbits back into humans on stage, which always stops the show, really.
So it's impressive, which is what counts. The family is in its entirety is going to love it, whether you're remembering the film and you want to see this version of the stage antics, or whether you're a kid who's growing up with this as the thing to watch. Bedknobs and Broomsticks it's just iconic, isn't it? Really. And who played your equivalent role in the film?
Oh, it's David Tomlinson in the film, that wonderful man. He was also Mr. Banks and Mary Poppins. I have to say, the way that I play the role is, obviously, I acknowledge what he's done before, but it's a very, very different version of the role than what you're expecting in the film. It has to be, because it's different script, there's different writing. It wouldn't make sense if I played it the same way as him. And also, if you did want to just see him, just watch the film.
Exactly, you've got two options.
Exactly. So you can see that with the show, but because of such a wide audience base and all the fans from the film from all those years ago, we've had to make the show so acceptable to people that are like 8 years old all the way up to 99 years old. So normally when you're doing a show, you have your target audience of 18s to 30s or 30s to 40s or 50s to 60s. That's our main audience who's going to love this show. This one was a real challenge of making a show that's appealing to both 8-year-olds and 99-year-olds. And I think we've done it.
Well, it sounds absolutely awesome, and just the magic itself sounds pretty amazing. And the rest of it is going to be all part of the magic and the colour. And it is a Disney story, so you've got some of that Disney magic in there, because they wouldn't have let you do it if you weren't going to do it right.
No, exactly. I mean, we had the Disney team came in to check in on us in rehearsals, which was quite scary, but they were all very lovely. In fact, when I got the job, I got the phone call after doing all these 6 auditions, which were quite intense. I got a phone call from my agent saying that the UK and creative team all want you to play Emilius, and I was like, yes, that's brilliant. And then they said, but we have to wait the weekend for the office in America to wake up so they can check it with Disney first to approve me. So that weekend was the longest weekend of my life. And then, thank goodness, on Monday, when America woke up, I got the phone call from agents saying that Mickey Mouse, Donald and Goofy are thrilled, and they've approved me for the role. So I was over the moon, absolutely over the moon.
It's a seal of approval you want, isn't it? Mickey Mouse says you're good.
But it's just such a dream role to play for an actor, to originate your own interpretation of a brand new role in a big production like this. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to be able to do that. So I'm so thrilled to be able to do this on stage at the moment. It's just been such a wonderful tour for me. And we've only got about 7 weeks left of the actual tour. We've been doing it nearly a year now. And, it's been a massive success. We've been getting, wonderful 5-star reviews everywhere. And the audience reaction to it is just wonderful every night. We always get standing ovations because people are blown away. And I've never, ever been in a show where the front few rows, they're openly crying at the end. It's wonderful. It really is wonderful. It shows that you've done your job well. It's work.
We expect nothing less. It's going to be absolutely amazing. It is Bedknobs and Broomsticks, Wolverhampton's Grand Theatre, the 5th through to the 9th of April. 01902 429212 is the box office number. grandtheatre.co.uk to get your tickets. And Charles Brunton, thank you for joining us, and have a brilliant time. Break a leg and just don't do the magic tricks wrong.
Thank you.